Well, it's about friggin' time. What's going on, everyone? Cincy Nerd here in the Nerd Bar, and I am here finally with my top 10 favorite Masters of the Universe Classics purchases of 2018. Finally! Let's get started. The Nerd Bar is currently in a state of disarray. I have random stuff on the Nerd Bar. I have some tape, a pocket knife, and a ball. I'm not sure why those three items are on the Nerd Bar, but they are. Blocking poor old Batman back there. But let's finally get this sucker underway. These are my top 10 favorite purchases of 2018 from Masters Classics. Last year was supposed to be the year of the storm. Quite honestly, their releases were so few and far between, I collected other stuff instead. I still love Storm. I actually want a Goro really, really bad. But something happened down in Dallas when I was visiting my buddy Narc, my buddy Craig. He has a collection of Masters of the Universe Classics, and I looked at him at his house, and I really, really admired them. And they brought me back to my childhood when I collected these things. And I'm not sure why it's taken me so long after these things have been released to actually start collecting them, because I loved them so much as a kid. But I'm just glad that I finally got into them. So here we go. Number 10, Man-E-Faces. And this was one of the figures that I actually found at that Dallas Comic-Con for a super, super awesome cheapo price. And this kind of got the wheels going. There's an item closer to number 1, which actually was the catalyst for this collection. But this is one of the ones that when we got to the con, I'm like, alright, this is going to be my thing. I love Man-E-Faces. I had the original as a kid. I love that the new version has the little action feature there with the robot face, monster face, and dude face, pro wrestler face, whatever that is. But I love Man-E-Faces. He's very, very cool. And he is number 10 on my list. Number 9 is Too Bad. I never had this guy as a kid, but when I saw him in the package, I really, really wanted him. I just think he's so cool. The fact that he is literally a Siamese monster. The blue guy here, the purplish red unibrow guy here. Just a really, really cool aesthetic. I really love Too Bad. He's very, very awesome. And he's number 9. Moving right along. Number 8, Faker. The android evil version of He-Man. Love the look of this guy. Let me just show you this guy up close. Look at the paintwork on this guy. From the hair and the wash on the hair to the face and the different shades of blue around his eyes. Just a really, really good paint job on this. Very, very cool figure. I bought this one on eBay. I actually also have the Card-Aid Ultimates version, which is going to stay on card just because I love the way it looks on card. But they just knocked this one out of the park as far as the paint job goes. By the way, none of these came out in 2018. These all came out years and years ago. These things have been out, I think, for like 10 years now. But I am just now getting into them. So that's why I'm doing a top 10 purchases of 2018. Even though none of these came out in 2018. I just wanted to throw that in there. But look at this guy. The wash and the armor. Very, very cool. Faker is awesome. And that brings us to number 7. I bought this one down in Kentucky in Louisville at the con that I went to with the guys. This is Beastman, and he is freaking amazing looking. A lot of the original Evil Warriors that came out for Classics are pretty expensive now. But Beastman was the one that I kind of wanted the most just because I love the way he looks. Really, really love Beastman. Let me show you this one up close. Look at that face. And the fur and the armor. Just fantastic. Fantastic job on this one. And I gotta say right now, I know that the animated versions are out right now. I know Super 7 is doing the cartoon looking versions. I gotta go with these as far as liking these more. I just love the detail that they put into these because these are kind of like throwbacks to the toys, whereas the current versions, the Super 7 versions, are throwbacks to the animation style. So the current versions, the current toys that are being sold by Super 7, they look very, very simple to me. And a lot of people go for that, but I like the detail. I mean, look at the detail in that armor on his arm right there. I absolutely love these Masters Classics that Mattel put out. Love them. They are pricey, they're expensive, but I really, really love them a lot. So there is number 7, Beast Man. That brings us to number 6. The man himself. You would have thought that this would have been higher on the list. Got some doozies higher on the list. This is He-Man. This is the classic looking He-Man. I just get the feels. I mean, even though this is not an exact duplication of the old toy from the 80s, just the look. The strap there with the red on it. The hair. The axe. The shield. The power sword. I get the feels. I literally feel like I'm a kid again collecting these things when I look at this He-Man. So he is an amazing, amazing figure. He's been done a couple times. Different armors. They did an Ultimates version. But I really, really love this original Masters of the Universe Classics. I think this was the first version they did. He's got like the pinkish hue on his face, on his cheeks, under his eyes. But there you go. My number 6 favorite purchase of 2018, the man himself, He-Man. That brings us to number 5, and here is the first of 2 Horde members in my top 10 favorite purchases of 2018. This is MOTUC, and this guy is freaking amazing. Honestly, this was the one that kind of surprised me the most. I had seen pictures of him online, and his box is a closed box, so you can't really see him inside his box. When I opened up the box and I took this thing out, I was blown away. So much so that he's my 5th favorite purchase of the year for these Masters Classics. He just looks amazing. And I'm looking at the camera right now, and I'm looking at the actual toy in hand, and my camera is not doing this figure justice. I mean, he looks amazing. The detail and the paint, the wash, the shading, the coloring, just freaking amazing. And what's cool about this one, I'm not going to do it myself because I like the original look of how he looked with the old toy. You can actually take these parts apart. You can take the legs off, take that body apart, and make your own monstrosity. That's what's cool about him, is you can customize your own MOTUC and make him look however you want him to look. I'm going to keep him like this because I just like the way he looks, the original look of MOTUC. But my number 5 favorite purchase of 2018 is MOTUC. That brings us to our second Horde member. This is number 4. This is Mantenna. Look at those eyes. Look at those buggy eyes. This thing is awesome. And this one, in contrast with this one I didn't know what he looked like inside the box, and I was blown away. This one, when I saw him in the package, I was blown away. So much so, I didn't even want to take him out of the package. He just looked so cool on card. But I took him out anyway because I take all my He-Man figures, my Masters figures out of the box. But this is Mantenna. He's part of the Horde. He's got 4 legs. He's freaking amazing. I just noticed, what is that? Is that a paint splotch, or did he get stabbed in the butt? Might have gotten stabbed in the butt. I'm assuming that's a paint defect. I just noticed that. How about that? Got his little crossbow. Got his little Horde logo there. Buggy eyes. You can actually swap out those eyes. You could take these eyes out, and you can put in extended eyes, which is cool because the original version had a little action feature. You push down a little lever on his back, and his eyes bugged out. This one doesn't have the action feature, but they give you the extra bugged out eyes to kind of simulate that, which is very, very cool. So there's number 4. And that marks the last quote-unquote figure in my top 10 favorite purchases of 2018 for He-Man, for Masters. These next 3 are actually accessories, or play sets, or vehicles, what have you. This guy's kind of a figure, but I mean, he's Battle Cat, and he is freaking amazing. Sorry, but he's really, really cool. I love Battle Cat. He's number 3 on my list. When I first saw these being solicited and I was thinking about collecting these This was the one piece that kind of swayed me back and forth. Like, when I was like, no, I'm not going to get into them. It's just another line. But there's the Battle Cat, and he looks so freaking cool. He looks so awesome. His jaw moves. He looks perfect. He's articulated. He's got articulation in his freaking ankles, and his cat elbows, and his shoulders. He's amazing. He is an amazing, amazing piece. And I don't really consider this a figure. I guess it's a vehicle. I'm not sure. Accessory? Vehicle? Put in the comments what you think Battle Cat is. I don't consider him a figure. I don't know. I consider him awesome, and I frickin' love it, and he is amazing. But he is also my third favorite purchase of 2018 for Masters Classics. The next one is definitely not a figure. It's a vehicle. And it's the Wind Raider. And this is the one that did it for me. This is the piece. So I went to Craig's house, stayed at his place for the con. I saw his collection, and I was like, man, those things look good. And then we went to the mall. We were doing some toy hunting, and we went to Think Geek, and I saw this thing on display in the glass case, and I'm like, oh my frickin' Lord. Holy ass. There you go. You haven't heard that in a while. You get a holy ass for this one. I know a lot of you are probably like, what is wrong with this guy? It's the Wind Raider. Why is he like losing his S over the Wind Raider? But this thing is just beautiful to me. And it looks gorgeous in a glass case with lights on it. It's amazing. So this is what was the catalyst for this collection now. Shout out to Popeye, by the way. What's up, Popeye? But yeah, there's the Wind Raider. Beautiful, glorious, luxurious. Stunning is the word that I would use to describe it. And it's my second favorite Masters Classics purchase of 2018. What's next? That was 2. Where's number 1? Oh yeah. This is not just a backdrop. This is Castle Motherfrickin' Grayskull. I had a hard time putting this one up here because I haven't opened it yet. But it is a grail that I acquired. It is amazing looking. Even the box is gorgeous. But there's a reason I haven't opened this yet. And the reason is I'm moving. I'm moving this year, and I didn't want to take out this behemoth and put it together only to have to put it back in its box a couple months later. So we're planning a big move, and when I set up my new toy room, nerd bar, man cave, what have you, I cannot wait to unbox this sucker and set it up, and it's going to be the centerpiece for my Masters collection. So this is my number 1. I apologize that it's not out of the box and you can't see it in all of its glory, but that's what happens when you move cross country. But there you go. Number 1 favorite purchase of 2018 for Masters Classics is the grail of all Masters of the Universe grails, Castle Grayskull. And if they do release a Snake Mountain, if Super 7 does what they say they're going to do and releases a Snake Mountain, I'm game. I'm 100% down because I need a Snake Mountain in my life. Just like I needed a Castle Grayskull in my life. Excuse me. So there you go. My top 10 favorite Masters Classics purchases of 2018. I've picked up a lot of Masters Classics. One of the videos that I'm planning on doing coming up is actually showing you the full collection. So you saw these. I want to show you the full thing. I want to show you all my new Adventures figures that I've picked up, because technically I picked those up in 2019. I've picked up the majority of those in 2019. And I really, really like the new Adventures of He-Man figures. Really excited to show you those. I hope you liked this list. If you bought any Masters of the Universe Classics figures in 2018, even if they were released in 2012, let me know in the comments which ones were your favorites. These are mine, But I'm looking forward to what 2019 brings us. I'm probably going to pick up a few of the animation style figures from Super 7, but what I am most excited for are the new 12-inch scale figures by Mondo. And I think by the time this airs, I think the He-Man might be getting close to releasing. So really, really looking forward to buying those. I already have the He-Man, I have the Skeletor on pre-order. They just look freaking outstanding. Merman's coming out, there's a few others that are coming out, but I'm down for that entire line. I am so absolutely happy that I got into this line. Thank you, Craig, because without you, I wouldn't have any of this stuff. If I didn't come down for that Dallas show and stay at your place, I wouldn't have any of this stuff. So thank you, Craig. Thank you, Think Geek, for having that Wind Raider on display. Thank you, Toy Department, for having all of this stuff in your store. I bought this one at the Toy Department. I bought a lot of these at the Toy Department, so shout out to you guys for having an amazing selection there. But that's it for now. I'm going to be filming a new Nerd Haul video. This is probably going to be like a weekly thing for me, showing you my haul. I'm buying a lot of stuff not at retail, so it's easier for me just to do a haul versus doing the toy hunting. I will get back to the toy hunting when there's stuff for me to find at retail, but I'm buying a lot of stuff not at retail. So the next 3 videos are going to be a toy haul video, a nerd haul video broken into 3 parts. I'm going to spend some time on that stuff, show you the stuff out of box. But that's it for now. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next episode, and adios for now.
Don't listen to this talentless hack. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Everyone knows the true master of the universe is War Duke. Ho 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 ho!